Professor Claudia Cero, good morning. My dear partner Claudia Benjumea and myself, Jairo Suarez, are going to present to you today our reflection about a day in studying. This was a very rewarding experience regarding to the use of all RC and the use of ICT in education, especially because as Claudia, as me, have been working so far and starting to be involved in working with ICT in our classroom. So we have decided to go to Studium for 2 hour session in order to start getting to know different perceptions of how to use it in our own schools and how to provide the students with better improvements for our lessons. Something that really caught our attention in the University Language Resource Center was that it was very organized. Since the first time that we got into this Language Resource Center, we saw that many people were working all together in order to run this place as the best way expected. So, among the roles of participants, we had the possibility to decide among different roles. For example, counselors, material designers, administrative support staff, academic event organizers, or IT assistants. So we both decided to talk to the person in charge of the IT coordinator, which is Nelson Javier Corredor Plazas, and in a very kindly way, he helped us to solve our doubts and to get new insights on how to run RC in our own classrooms. When student goes to Studium, he or she has the possibility to learn autonomously and to make choices about what and how they learn. So this is a perfect place because not only enhances autonomy, but also if the students need to have any support or have any question about something, the teamwork that are specialized to help them at counseling and at helping them with any doubts are going to be there to help the students. So basically, on one hand, we have this student which can help students develop their autonomy, but on the other hand, we have a very skilled group of people who are willing to help the students at any time, but not also students, not only students, but also the teachers of the university, which are supported by this skillful team and being suggested all the time about the new uses of ICT in the classroom, like flipped classrooms, to being able to start innovating in the way of how they see education and how they can combine their traditional lessons with the new ones, with the new approaches. So we were told by Mr. Nelson that many teachers are now trying to innovate a lot with these flipped classrooms, and that's why the research team of the RC of the university is willing to help them a lot, and they are making a great impact in the new way of education of the university. That's why the university has recently won many different awards in the world of the education and the ICT because of these interesting innovation projects.
Well, we want to highlight that according to IANI 2005, technological resources allow teachers and learners to extend their repertoire of resources and develop new competences as analysis, organization, information, selection of resources, collaborative learning, creation, production, and publication. That's one of the benefits that implement ICTs in teaching and learning could bring to us. On the other hand, G 2009 claims that ICT in teaching and learning encouraging active learning for both teachers and students. We also want to say that a language resource center must be regarded as an active component of the curriculum of any educational institution. The relationship between the curriculum and the language resource center should be clear for all the members of the community, for them to target a common goal and also to take advantage of the learning opportunities available at the Language Resource Center, ACERO 2009.
The way that Studium enhances autonomous learning is through providing them with a lot of different possibilities and resources centers that we have through the university library, such as Eureka and Intellectum, also Umbrella. The university is in charge of creating different varieties of commercial and educational videos to be looked on the internet so that the students have the possibility to visit a bewildering range of resources on the internet. The university and studium provides the students with different options in order to use as multimedia resources as private as public. For example, they have created the Umbrella platform, which is basically the product of what the research team has done in Studium according to the English language. So they have created different units on the internet in order to be used by anyone at all times. So any person who wants to learn how to speak English, they have the possibility to visit this important platform and just to start working. So that's why we say that it offers different multimedia resources to everyone and to be provided with help at any time and every time they need. So the students also can feel free to go to the studio of the university in order to learn different languages and in a safe place because the university has made a very big contract with a very important software supporter which provided the university with unlimited space for research and for life. So that's why this private contract has made the university one of the most innovative and strong universities in the use of ICT in Colombia. A piece of advice that Mr. Nelson Corredor gave to us when we visited Studium was that the use of ICT will have to be or have to be combined with the use of physical books on materials. And it is very important to have a room in our classrooms to set the library or to start organizing different books so the students can have the possibility to use them at any time. We agree with him because reading materials are important when the students um, like to go and read and feel confident and to do something different. Not every student has the same ability to use a computer, so some of them feel better when they work with written materials. So the perfect combination for working with a language resource center must be to have, the possibility to work with ICT, but also with written materials and to enhance the use of both. Something we definitely learned from studying is that only one person is not enough to run this place. So teamwork here is the clue to succeed. So we wanted to know about it, and we asked the people who worked there in the studio what the requirements were that they need to work in there. So they said that they needed to be very skillful at working with computers and technology, and also to be patient and to be good counselors to work with people and to help them about what they needed. So in case they didn't know the answer, they could have the possibility to ask other people here there in the studio in order to help them solve their doubts and working as a group. So I think that we learn a lot from that because in our schools, as we are still and we're just starting to work on our own language resource centers, we think that all the responsibility of working with those computers are from us and the English teachers and no more. So we think that it is a good idea to start working with students to prepare them in order to do a teamwork in schools, in both schools, so we can take part and make the students also part of this project in order to provide them with responsibility and to take charge of this language center in a very committed way. The equipment selected to be part of Studium belongs to the best technology that the university can offer to students. So that's why it makes the Studium a very cutting edge place to go on and to take advantage of. We saw that Studium exhibited great organization and professional support because when we visited Studium, we saw that that this place was perfect place to help the students, the new students of the university, take their placement English tests and also other languages tests. So there were many people working all together to help them and to be in constant support of those students. So that's why we consider that student place is the perfect place to go and study and learn new language. Studium is located in the G building at the university. So every student of the university who wants to go there is welcomed, as well as every teacher who wants to innovate on their lessons and they want to have some kind of support about how to include ICT in their classrooms. They are welcome to go and visit Studium in order to receive feedback and proposals from the university about innovation in the classroom. Many metacognitive learning processes are achieved here in Studium because students have the possibility to go and learn by their own pace, which is excellent when the university feels that the students can make decisions and choices about what they want to learn and how. So that is why we saw here that many of the students which had a lot of doubts about something that they needed to learn, they came here and they successfully seem to understand what they have been looking for in different platforms of the university. We consider that yes, it was a very good idea to visit a Studium because it is the mirror of the language resource center that we want to have in our schools. Of course, we need to be aware of the constraints we have in our own schools because as the English teachers and the only teachers who are really committed with the building up of this language resource center in the schools, we have to do everything as individuals. But now we have been learning that we can create our own teamwork and to start working as the studium of the university is doing so far. The only thing we need to do is to start working on it and to keep learning as much as we can in the university so we can enjoy and we can transform what the pedagogical practice that we have been working in the university to what we work with every single day with our students. So we need to take risks and we need to do something new that not everybody is willing to do. So I think that now that we have this great opportunity to do it, we only need to take advantage of that and to start working, doing the best effort that we can. Now we see that pedagogical practices have changed a lot. So having a language resource center in the schools are um, one of the best things that could have ever happened to our students and to us. So we can foster autonomy and we can provide students with many autonomous study habits. So they will have many new motivating ideas to go on and study at school. So as well as in Studium, we will engage the students with a lot of great activities in order to enhance his autonomy and good learning processes. The challenges are many, but now we are aware that by using ICT in our classrooms, we can change not only the practices that we have, the pedagogical ones in our classrooms, but we can help the students to help change their community and to start changing the surrounding areas, community that we have, and the way of that students think in a very different way. so they can enjoy and starting to use to better the ICT when they have the opportunity, to providing them with new options and new facilities of studying English and a foreign language in our classrooms.
As we do not have the opportunity to have a language resource center yet, we are just starting by following of the Secretaría de Educación policies to set a CRI, a Centro de Recursos de Idiomas, that according to Shireen 1989, when students can access to a CRI, they can take control of their own learning in a self-directed way. In that place, they can choose and use the resources that can give them the possibility to correct and assess their own learning process.
Finally, we totally agree about that nothing in the world can replace teachers, but teachers who know how to use technology. So in that case, we think that our dream as teachers started to come true, and started to know that we can innovate, we can do different things, that we can help education to be better, and of course in public schools, which are our main objectives so far. So we think that we can make the difference, and we can start doing better pedagogical interventions with our students. Thank you very much, teacher and classmates, and hope to see you next time and to keep working with our aims on education, which are many, and it's a very challenging way, but we're just starting and doing the best that we can. So, thank you again, and goodbye.